I'm back. So it's been a long time since I posted, since I got out of the hospital and I was home on IV. So as of today, January the 10th, 2024, I am proud to say that I have completed another 9 rounds of chemo. So all of my chemo is officially done. Super exciting day. I have my cute little teal earrings on from a coworker friend, and I've completed them. So I am done with chemo. Super grateful, feeling all the emotions today that I can. So it's been a very long 9 rounds. I feel like these rounds definitely had some more challenging aspects to them. I wasn't able to post like I wanted to every week like I had done with the first 9 rounds and kept, this YouTube up to date, but I was tired. So I've had a lot of challenges the past couple months with being sick. One, I still have a little something in my throat, but I was sick since Christmas pretty much with just a head cold. It wasn't COVID or the flu or anything. There was no fever or infection. It was just a head cold. So that kind of took me down a little bit in my number count for the past 3 rounds, which was challenging. We were closely watching my neutrophils. So last week I was at a 1, which is like the bottom of the barrel that you can get and be treated at. And then today I also was at a 1, which again, bottom of the barrel. I wasn't sure if I was going to be treated, but I was. So I'm done. I'm done with chemo. I'm done with this port. I have to get it flushed every 2 months, I think they said. So also had some other challenges. I had genetics testing done, and I found out that I am positive for 2 genes. One is the BRCA2 and one is the RAD gene, which basically means that I have a much higher risk of having breast cancer because I had ovarian cancer. So it means also that this was definitely inherited through family genes, which is just what happens. Nothing you can do about it. But thankfully, we can do something about it because we have this genetics testing now. So I'm just really praising God that the next step of this is going to be, meeting with a high-risk breast cancer specialist to see what they recommend, which I already kind of know what they may recommend, but we'll see. So I'm not going to jump the gun on anything there. But, it could mean either a double mastectomy or it could mean, screenings every 6 months, kind of depending on what we're thinking about and going through and dealing with. And so just being watched very carefully, I'm sure, is going to be the first stages of everything. And then I also have a test, another CT scan at the end of this month with, and then a follow-up with my oncologist to see what she says. So we're hoping that she uses the R word, which is remission, for sure. And then if she's going to put me on a PARP inhibitor, all things that we just kind of want to talk about, make sure that there's no reoccurrence and go from there. So, so that happened this month also. Well, in December that happened. Also, I think I was scanned a few more times during this whole chemo process because of the whole hospital stay. They wanted to make sure that I was not, having any blood pockets there. Anything was growing, which it wasn't. Thank God it was still going down. So I was still being scanned. And then honestly, I've just been more fatigued. I've had more side effects these last 9 rounds than I definitely did the first 9 rounds. My hair went away. I did have a little bit of hair, but it went away again. So I have no hair again, which it is what it is. It'll start growing back in maybe a month or so. But I've just been really tired, really way more fatigued than I was the first 9 rounds, which I knew that was to be expected. Jenny had said that was probably going to be the case. And then I also had some acne, like all over my chin. And then I had a bunch like in my head and stuff. And on my face, you can see some zits. So definitely more acne, rashy, a little bit more rashy this time, and a little bit of constipation. But being sick just kind of was the main thing, and that really threw me for a loop, especially with my endurance. Feel like I lost a lot of strength like I had when I was in the hospital, just not, really wanting to get up and do anything or feel like doing anything, except just resting. So I'm trying to listen to my body. I'm anxious to get back into longer walks, more walks, bicycling, looking into yoga and stretching, all of that stuff to get just a little bit more movement, flexibility going again. So I'm anxious to get started with all of that. I'm not going to be pushing myself too far, because I definitely have learned to listen to my body, with how, everything has gone. So I'm just trusting, in the healing portion of this now. And that's really what I want to focus on for the rest of 2024, is just healing and, eating as clean as possible, making sure that I'm taking care of my body nutritiously and also physically. And I am just grateful to be at this point, I'm grateful that I was able to go back to school. So I went back right after Thanksgiving break and was there the entire 3.5 weeks to wrap up the semester. And then I was grateful. Like, even though I was sick during the break, I was just super grateful that I was able to be at home for that length of time to rest and heal and just, again, listen to my body, and just be in tune with all the resting that I needed to do, so that way I didn't push myself and get, worse or anything. So only been back to school 1 day this week since we had a storm on Tuesday. So going back tomorrow and Friday, and then I have a 3-day weekend. Again, super grateful for all these little breaks that I'm getting and that I'm able to rest as much as I can. So yeah, that's where we're at. I can't wait to get started healing, and I'm just grateful. I know that I'm going to have more appointments and all of that stuff, but it's not going to be a weekly Wednesday infusion, and then I'm not going to have to, worry about these side effects, and, just looking to getting that strength back, especially after the 10-day, they said kind of today, just, for the next 10 days, be super aware of your immune system and be away from sick people, no touching. I'm not going into stores and stuff anyway, so I'm not gonna, start that now. If I can avoid it, I'm going to, as much as possible. So I just want to stay away from people. I know that's hard being in school, but I'm gonna have to stay away from kids as much as possible and keep wearing my mask. I wear a mask everywhere I go, anyway, outside the house. So I'm just grateful. I'm super grateful to be at this point, and I'm even more grateful to be on the journey towards healing. I'm looking forward to traveling this year. I want to take a cruise. I want to go to the beach. I want to rest. I want to relax, and, more self-care. I kind of learned a little bit about what that was like over the past few months. I think I'm going to learn a little bit more about that, reading the Bible, watching shows and doing some artwork and just kind of relaxing, rejuvenating, restoring health and moving on. So I'm grateful. I'm super grateful to all the staff at MD Anderson and Baptist. I could not be where I'm at without them, and definitely my family. From Sean to Tyler to my mom and my brother and sister-in-law and stepmom. am grateful. I'm grateful for the love and support from all my extended family and friends and coworkers, and the little gifts or cards or text or whatever it is. It just means so much to me. So I'm just grateful to be where I'm at today, and I'm repping all the teal today, so that way we can defeat ovarian cancer. And my shirt says perfectly imperfect, because that's who I am and that's who I will always be. So thank you guys for listening. I hope everybody's doing well and has a great start to their 2024. And I promise I won't wait this long next time to post. But have a wonderful afternoon. Peace and love.